Welcome back to the channel. Today we're reviewing another office chair, and this time it's the R9 from Lavenne. If you've been spending 8, 10, even 12 hours at your desk, you probably already know that a bad chair isn't just uncomfortable, it can affect your posture, your focus, and even how productive you are throughout the day. We're going to skip the unboxing experience, but that being said, you should have somebody close by to assist you when the package arrives, as it's fairly large and it requires 2 people to carry, being relatively heavy. I can say the assembly process was one of the easiest I've ever seen. You just need to put the casters on the base, install the gas strut in the base, attach the seat to the gas strut, attach the armrests to the seat with only 2 bolts each, and then bolt the back piece to the seat pan with another 2 bolts. That's it. That's all the installation you do for this specific chair. Everything else is already installed, including the remote that's already attached. Now that we have it assembled, I actually used it for a few days for my daily tasks, mainly editing at my desk, so not a lot of movements, which is actually what this chair is designed for. Everything used here, all the materials and the design choices were made in order for the R9 to be very comfortable for long sitting sessions. This isn't gonna be one of those reviews when I sit in this chair for 5 minutes and tell you it's the greatest thing ever. Instead, I wanna go through the design, the build quality, the ergonomics, the different adjustment features, comfort over longer sitting sessions, and ultimately, if you should consider buying it. Let's start with the first thing you're gonna notice, the design. The R9 has a very clean and modern appearance. It doesn't look like the standard gaming chair with oversized side bolsters, and it also avoids looking like those bulky office chairs you've seen in offices or meeting rooms. Instead, it sits somewhere in the middle. It's minimalist enough to fit in any kind of workspace, whether you're working from home, editing videos, gaming, or having a meeting. I also appreciate that the overall design looks intentional. Nothing looks excessive or purely decorational. Every part seems to have a purpose, which gives it a premium appearance without trying too hard. Now let's talk about the build quality. One of the things that stood out to me fairly quickly is how solid everything feels. There is very little unwanted movement when you sit down, and the chair doesn't feel loose or wobbly. The frame feels sturdy, the base inspires confidence, and the adjustment mechanisms operate smoothly. The casters roll well, and the chair moves around easily. Of course, only time will tell how well it's gonna hold up to extended use, but my first impressions about the build quality have been positive. Now, let's get into what really matters for an ergonomic chair: comfort. Comfort is always subjective because everybody has a different body shape, of course, and different preferences, but for me, the biggest strength of this chair is that it feels solid without being overly mushy. Some chairs feel great for the first 30 minutes because they're super soft, but once you get a chance to sink in, you'll actually sometimes hit the bottom and be uncomfortable. This one takes a different approach. The seat provides enough cushioning to stay comfortable while still giving your body proper support. I never felt like I was bottoming out, even during longer work sessions. The backrest is another highlight. Instead of being flat, it follows the natural curve of your back pretty well. This makes a noticeable difference over the course of an entire workday because you're not constantly adjusting your sitting position to feel comfortable. One thing I noticed is that the chair encourages a good posture naturally. It doesn't force you into an uncomfortable upright position, but it also doesn't let you completely fall into a bad posture either. It feels like a nice balance between comfort and support. Now let's go through the adjustment features because this is where ergonomic chairs really separate themselves. The first adjustment is the seat height. This is obviously something every office chair should have, but it's worth mentioning because getting your height correct is one of the most important parts of setting up any ergonomic workspace. Being able to maintain your feet flat to the floor while also having a 90-degree angle on your knees makes for a better posture. Next is the reclining function. Sometimes you're fully focused and sitting upright when you're typing, and other times you're leaning back when you want to watch a video or just take a break. The recline feels smooth and controlled rather than loose and unpredictable. It's easy to switch between different working positions throughout the day, which helps prevent sitting in the exact same position for hours at a time. Another important feature are the armrests. This is something people often overlook, but properly positioned armrests can reduce strain on your shoulders and your upper back. I like being able to position my arms comfortably while typing, using a mouse, or doing day-to-day activities. When your elbows are properly supported, you don't realize how much tension you're avoiding until you switch back to a chair with full armrests. Let's also talk about lumbar support. This is one of the biggest reasons people choose an ergonomic chair in the first place. On the R9, I found the lumbar supportive area being good without being too intrusive. Some chairs push aggressively into your lower back, which works for some people, but can feel uncomfortable for others. Here, the support feels much more natural. You can adjust exactly how much support you want the chair to provide using the 11 independent air cells drive from this handy little remote right here. Through the wire remote, the R9 Pro offers 4 dedicated support modes, 6 air pressure massage modes, and manual air support adjustment, so you can fine-tune the chair based on how you sit. On top of that, the remote can be stored on the back of the chair here, staying close and within reach. Another great feature is the massage. Holding the button number 2 on the remote engages the massage function, relaxing the lumbar portion and your back. Usually the massage function of these chairs is pretty gimmicky, not really doing anything, but on this one you can actually see the air cells that are providing the push for each specific zone. What makes the R9 different is the VTS dynamic spine support. Instead of staying fixed in one position, it is designed to move with your posture and help maintain consistent lumbar support as you shift between forward leaning, upright, and reclined positions. The R9 Pro also includes 11 built-in air pressure chambers and 6 air pressure massage modes. Through the wired remote, you can switch between different massage modes while the air chambers inflate and release to create different massage patterns across the back and lower back area. To enter the massage mode, press and hold 2 on the remote and then double-click to switch between the modes. Another great thing that I appreciate is the sliding footrest. This provides a comfortable place for your legs to be while you're using the reclined position, and it is also length adjustable. Now moving on to the headrest. When you're sitting upright, this might not be very useful, but once you recline slightly, it becomes much more useful. Having somewhere comfortable to rest your head during a break or while watching something is a small detail that adds to the overall experience. This also has a few options to adjust it. One knob makes it go higher for taller individuals, and the other is actually extending it to perfectly conform to your neck. One thing I've come to appreciate over time is how easy this chair is to adjust. Some ergonomic chairs have many levers and controls that they almost become intimidating with too many options. With this one, the controls are straightforward enough that you can quickly adjust it to your preferred sitting position. Once you've dialed it in, you don't really need to think about it anymore. And honestly, that's probably the biggest compliment you can give to an ergonomic chair. Good ergonomics shouldn't constantly demand your attention. The chair should simply disappear in the background while you focus on your work. If your priority is getting a comfortable ergonomic chair with the essential adjustments and a premium overall feel, I think the standard version already delivers what most people are actually looking for. Of course, if you specifically need every possible feature and adjustment, the Pro model may be worth looking into, but for my own use, I haven't felt like I've been missing anything major. After using this chair for work, editing, browsing, and just spending long hours at my desk, the biggest takeaway is consistency. It isn't trying to impress you with one flashy feature. Instead, it's the combination of good support, comfortable seating, smooth adjustment, and solid build quality that makes the overall experience enjoyable. It's that kind of chair that quietly does its job every single day. And honestly, that's exactly what I want from an office chair. So would I recommend it? Well, if you're somebody that spends a significant amount of time at their desk and you're looking for something that combines modern design with ergonomic support, I think the R9 chair deserves a try. No chair is going to solve every posture problem, and it's still important to get up, stretch, and move throughout the day. But having a chair that's properly designed makes all of these not be such a hassle anymore. Overall, I've really enjoyed using it, and I can't see why it shouldn't become my day-to-day chair for the future. If you want to find out even more details, check out the links in the video description for the Lavenne R9 chair and the R9 Pro. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more tech videos like this one, and I'll see you next time.